Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 edition of the Cinemateq Film Awards. Some would say the most important and the best film awards ever, especially on this weekend. There's nothing else that's better than the Cinemateq Film Awards this weekend. So happy to have you all here as I reveal from these wonderful little envelopes all of the winners from each and every category, all 22 that you, the people, voted on. You nominated your favorites, you voted on your favorites, and now I have the answers as to what, truthfully, and will always be remembered as the best films of 2024. Incredible things are going to be happening. I did not get a haircut. I just trimmed my beard because it's getting slightly warmer out, and I guess I buzzed my head this morning. But hey, I do that all the time because I'm bald as fuck. Hi, everyone. Let's run through some chats. I want to say hello to the people that are here. Get into the chat. Give me your predictions for what's going on today, what's going to happen, who the big winners are going to be. I want to know what your expectations are, so that I can subtly chuckle to myself, knowing what the results are. It's called dramatic irony, I think. Shakespeare would have been proud. Oh, I won't be able to watch all of it. That's too bad. Hello, says Ella. Paul's here, saying I'm doing absolute king shit. Cool. I wouldn't want to be doing, like, Prince shit. Prince is pretty great. Anyways, begun the Cinemateq Film Awards have. Hey, don't bring that prequel garbage in here. Predictions, a Nora sweep. That would definitely be interesting if that happened. I think Dune will win a lot. Very bold, Jarp Carp. Very bold prediction from you. Hoping for some TV Glow love too. Maybe that'll happen. It's nominated in a few categories. I think Best First Feature, Best Film of the Year, perhaps another, Best Cinematography, oh my. Lisan al-Gaib. I don't know if I am Lisan al-Gaib. I don't know if I'm the voice from the other planet, but I'll take it. It's a good name. It's a really good name. Hello, The Substance sweep. Substance is nominated in a lot of categories, but it is up against a lot of very difficult competition, including Dune, Part 2, Challengers, and others. Anora, The Brutalist. My goodness, it was actually a good year in film. Amelia Perez is winning every award. I'm sorry, you must be confusing this with the inferior award show that will be happening tomorrow night in Los Angeles. I hope people have their Dune puns ready. Oh, goodness me, yes, I am very hopeful for some Dune puns. This is generally my favorite award show on the internet. Good, as it should be. Hong Sang-so sweep. I'm sorry, Anna. He's not nominated in any categories. I did try. I tried to nominate one of his films, but it didn't make it all the way, which is sad. Do you know what's not sad? Figuring out who won Best Stunt Performance. This is and always will be the very first category that we hand out here at the Cinemateq Film Awards, because we acknowledge that stunt performers put their lives on the line for our entertainment every single time the camera rolls. It is a disgrace that other award shows leave these wonderful professionals on the sidelines so very often. But we say, hell no, stunt people to the front. So, I'm about to read out the nominations. I want you to predict what's going to win in the chat. We're going to do this over and over and over again until we reveal the best picture of the year, and that will be the awards ceremony. Deal? Cool? Oh, freaking K. Let's take a look at Best Stunt Performance. And the nominees are Deadpool and Wolverine, Dune Part 2, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, Monkey Man, and The Fall Guy. Those are your nominees, cinephiles. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to win. Literally one of those films is about a stunt performer, so you'd think that'd have a good shot, but we're not going to know until the envelope's open. There are no stunts in Deadpool and Wolverine because they can't get hurt. Taps Temple. The humans can get hurt, though. The humans can get hurt. Ryan Reynolds is, in fact, not Deadpool. I know this is something that confuses a lot of people. He's so synonymous with this role. He may one day legally change his name to Deadpool Reynolds. But until then, they are, in fact, separate people. The Oscars need to start using Wile E. Coyote style cards, too. Hell yes, they do. I personally found Wile E. Coyote in Toronto. He's in a bad place right now, and so he just really needed to do almost anything for money. And I said, hey man, how about you just write some stuff down for me and I'll give you a couple of bucks. And he was like, he didn't say any words. Wile E. Coyote is famously not someone who says many things. Anyways, shall we find out who won this award? I think we should. And the winner of Best Stunt Performance is, which way do I have this oriented? It's Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. There you go. Your very first award of the year. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga for Best Stunt Performance. Congratulations. Off into the ether you go. Was that disrespectful? Also, I want you guys to know that I was like really struggling with how to like kind of make a joke out of saying that name out loud. I really wanted to do a Hermione Granger, like it's not Furiosa, it's Furiosa. But I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to undercut the seriousness of what we're trying to do here by making Harry Potter jokes. Was Dune 2 not nominated? I can't imagine writing The Worms was easy. It must have been dangerous. I mean, Shai Hulud are naturally or well known for being not the most accommodating of guests. But when there's a French Canadian in charge of them, they behave. Oh, by the way, I know I normally like crack champagne for this, but instead I've got a bottle of like strawberry watermelon fizzy water from Compliments, Canada brand. Go Canada. So I'm going to drink that instead. Hey, why isn't it? Oh, there we go. And instead of drinking it out of a very tiny glass, I am going to be drinking out of my Liverpool FC beer glass. Seems, I wouldn't say appropriate, but it's a good glass. I like this glass. Lovely. It's thicker than it should be. Have you guys ever had fizzy water before? Like sparkling water, flavored sparkling water? It's thicker than it should be. Just gonna put that down. Put this cap back on. Worm riding should be a category at the words in Boogie Nights. A little bit of a pornography pun there. I enjoyed that. You know what else I enjoy? Doing the things in the background that I need to do in order to make sure this whole thing runs smoothly. I also enjoy handing out more awards. Best comic book / manga film. Wile E. Coyote didn't do a great job on this one. But, you know, he's having a tough time, as I said. This is a category that I think is important. And I think some of you may have noticed that I kind of expanded the title of this category to include manga. And that didn't really have anything to do with the fact that a lot of the comic book films that came out this year were utter garbage. It was more so just to remind people that there are options outside of the traditional American comic book film. And based on the nominees, which we're about to look at, I think I accomplished my goals. Hey, speaking of nominees, The nominees are Deadpool and Wolverine, Haikyuu, The Dumpster Battle, Joker 2, Fallback, Madam Web. Truly, truly an excellent category with many excellent candidates in it. All right, everyone, tell me who you think is going to win. CFG saying Madam Web go. It's actually pronounced Maninga. Oh, I see what you're trying to get me to do. That's awful. Anything but Joker 2, even Madam Web. Yes. Did you notice how I called it Joker 2 and not like that French name? You're not going to catch me speaking French on here. All right. Let's see who the winner is. Best comic book manga film. And the winner is Deadpool and Wolverine, the Marvel film that made $1 billion+ and had fanboys begging for Wesley Snipes to come back into their lives, even though, if you squint hard enough, he never truly left. Off into the ether it goes. Congratulations to Deadpool and Wolverine, the only time I will ever say that combination of words ever again. I also do want to say, looking at Jarp Carp's comment here saying that Look Back was snubbed, that was the only category. There were a number of close categories. I'm going to say, this was not a year of clear blowouts. But in that category, Deadpool and Wolverine beat Look Back by 1 vote. So, if what is going on in America has not taught you this lesson yet, let this be a lesson to you. Your vote matters. All right, let's throw the thing in the thing. I'm talking about the ticker at the bottom, of course. Where is it? Science fiction. How can I not find this in my own thing? Manga, there we go. Deadpool and Wolverine, the winner of Best Comic Book Film or Manga Film. Deadpool Wolverine proves that Scorsese was right about the state of cinema. Well, he was right about comic book films. And I mean, I don't necessarily agree with Scorsese's comments. He famously once said that comic book films were not art, they are roller coaster rides or amusement park rides, something like that. And I don't agree with that. I think that all art is art, and we can't just create different types of categories for art based on, what we see or get out of them. But there are also films that are just exercises in corporate synergy and marketing, and Deadpool and Wolverine is absolutely that. But I'm really happy for all the people who voted for it. Still thick. Absolute Cinema is the best Scorsese quote. Ah, yes. Taking the bait, the man did Shark Tale. TJ, I forgot which riding, but in the recent Ontario election, there was a riding where the NDP won by 3 votes. Just to highlight your point. Yeah, and that's a real election. Not this. Not what we're doing right now. I'm just kidding. We are doing real things here. TJ, I'm in the States. I need out. How expensive is Canadian real estate? It's more expensive than what your real estate currently costs. Canada is an expensive country. My fave comic book film was A Traveler's Needs. Interesting. I just remembered that I need to do a certain thing for the next category. What is the next category going to be? We're about to find out. We are doing democracy. Actually, yeah. We're doing actual direct democracy right now, except no one's being elected. How about we do some more direct democracy? Best hair and makeup. This is a category that I know very little about because I don't wear makeup and I don't have any hair. But when I watch a film, I am always so very pleased when I see lots of weird looking and gross prosthetics, lots of blood and guts, lots of stuff going on to people's faces. Just love that. Love that. When you see an actor, a performer with like dirt, fake dirt on their face, you know that they sat in a chair for like 45 minutes or maybe 3 and just had someone throw dirt at them. And that's hard to do. That's hard to do. But really, what we are celebrating with this are all of the incredible hair and makeup people who will literally be there before the crack of dawn, perhaps even before the sun existed, waiting for the star to show up, to then plaster that star's face for 4 GD hours while they're probably complaining and sipping their goddamn kombucha out of a straw, scrolling through TikTok, and then they have to stay there late, peel all that off after 12 hours of shooting. These people literally put in some of the longest hours on set. And so now, no jokes, we're going to look at the nominees, which are A Different Man, Beetlejuice, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, The Substance. And that was the very first nomination for Nosferatu that you just saw. Certainly not the last, but now we've got a lot of the big swingers in here. And no, I'm not just talking about Willem Dafoe. Who do you guys think is going to win Best Hair and Makeup? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Better be The Substance, says Jarp Carp. Genesis saying Substance. What's with all Canadian visiting Spain this week? What? I'm not in Spain. Can I be in Spain? The Substance for sure. Anna saying The Substance. Andrew Luss saying RFK Jr. I mean The Substance. Oh dear. Won't be mad at Nosferatu. All right. The people have spoken. Let us take this card out of the envelope. Let us open it in a way that is dramatic, but so you can't see the answer until I tell you what it is. Ooh. What could it say? Ooh. It's even better answer when I read it the right side up. The winner for Best Hair and Makeup is The Substance. Yes, Heroine finally won an award. Congratulations to everyone who worked on that movie. You did an incredible job making Demi Moore look ugly at the end, even though, honestly, would. Incredible stuff in this film. An absolute Gwar concert at the end, and I give a lot of credit to the Best Hair and Makeup department for that. Lovely, 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 lovely stuff. All right. Off into the ether. What's the best way for me to do this? Bop. All right. Just dramatic. I like the arc. I like the arc of it. Hair and makeup. Where are we putting that down here? The Substance. Ooh. Will that be the last thing that The Substance wins? I don't know. It's nominated for quite a lot. Quite a lot. The snub for Rostu. I saw you, Joseph. I saw you write that, Joseph, before you deleted it. Don't even think about thinking that that's not going to live on the internet forever. That's actually not a bad pun. I think it's the stream, by the way, but Hong Sang So, what? Oh, I think it's By the Stream by Hong Sang So. Right, yeah. I mean, that did have a lot of great hair and makeup in it, for sure. A substantial win. More like the Dubstance for this huge dub. You guys just aren't keeping the puns to Dune related, are you? You're just going to go hard on the most ridiculous and dumb movie puns possible. You know what? I'm here for it. Cheers for you. I wonder if it's still going to be thick. It's still thick. Why does this taste like it has a bunch of sugar in it? Wait, what? Sucralose? There's fucking sugar in this? You motherfuckers. It's a sugar drink. They put sugar in the fucking ingredients, but they didn't put it over here. Wait, no. The calories are 0. How can it have sugar in it? What the fuck am I drinking? What is this? Is this the substance? The serving size is like 375 milliliters for 0 calories. Yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck? We hard on puns, but not as much as Nosferatu waking up. He's talking about his penis, you see. It's the fruit. I don't know. No. It's something more insidious than that. The one time the chat was filled with dude puns during the awards, it won everything. And it hasn't won a gosh darn thing yet. But can it win the next category? Best Fantasy Film. No, it can't. It's not nominated in it. But a lot of excellent films are. Some might even say controversial films. Should, for instance, the likes of Nosferatu be considered a fantasy film? I said yes, and so did Letterboxd, and that's all that matters. Oh, sucralose is an artificial sweetener. I'm thinking of sucrose. Okay, so that's why it's thick. I don't think I like that very much. Makes me think I'm drinking soda. I can only imagine what this is doing to my pure body that I treat like a temple at all times. So, best fantasy film. Have I loaded that up as the next thing? Yes, I have. I am so good at my job. Everyone in the chat, tell me how good at my job that I am. And in the meantime, I'm going to tell you the nominees for Best Fantasy Film. And the nominees are Beetlejuice, Flow, La Chimera, Nosferatu, and Wicked. Flow is, of course, considered a fantasy film because it features a cat happily jumping into water. You're the best Chair Moistner from Sector 7G. Are we veering into thirsty stuff already? Like, I've only been on camera today for 26 minutes and already y'all are being thirsty. What's up with that? What's up with that? Sincerely, Yujo saying Wicked. Also that I'm amazing. You just won the prize. And the prize is finding out who won this wonderful little category called Best Fantasy Film. And the winner is... Why did that have a little sound effect? I do not know. Just confirming that it is in fact Nosferatu, your best fantasy film of the year. Could this be the one rare time where best fantasy and best horror film is won by the exact same film? Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting if that were true? Into the ether. I am going to hit myself in the face doing that at some point today. I did say thick like 3 times. I don't know if I said the word thick, meaning thick, 3 thick times. I don't think I did that. LMAO is from The Simpsons? Yeah, I mean that tracks, but also could be taken as a thirsty comment. Just gonna say that. So wonderful cinephiles. I will just update the ticker. And as I do that, as I try to remember how to spell Nosferatu. Yeah, sure. I'm going to remind you that we are going to be live reacting to the Academy Awards tomorrow night. That live stream will start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I, of course, will be spending the first couple of hours judging fashion because, of course, I am a very fashionable person and I feel the need to let people know what I think about high fashion. And then we'll be reacting to what could be one of the more chaotic Oscar ceremonies that we have ever experienced in terms of who the heck the winners are actually going to be. So please come and hang out for that. And You can also win a prize by filling out the Cinemateq Oscar Pool ballot linked in the description box below. I don't really know what the prize is going to be yet, but I'm probably just going to let you tell me to spend money on something, and then I will send you that thing, of course, all in reason. I will not, for example, buy you a gun. Just wanted to explicitly say that I will not be buying guns for people who win the Cinemateq Oscar Pool. I know that's what you're all here for, but that's not going to happen. All right. Still thick. Let's move on to the next category. Best Screenplay. This was one of my favorite of Wile E. Coyote's lettering jobs, mostly because of this Y. Look at that. It's really long. I don't know why I did it. It's just kind of nice. It's different from all the other characters. So, best screenplay. What can we say about screenplays? You kind of need one to make a film. I mean, Jean-Luc Godard would probably say that's not true, but what has he ever done in his life? So, yeah, these are the people, these are the words that become the films that we watch. They are oh so important. They help communicate what a film is actually about, what should be focused on, how actors should approach scenes, their performances. Pretty much everything comes from the screenplay. It is a very important part of the filmmaking process. And now we must honor the very best of the screenplay writers right now. Who got nominated? I'm not sure. That's not true. But now I'm going to tell you who actually was nominated. And the nominees are A Real Pain, Anora, Challengers, Dune Part 2, and The Substance. All right, chat, you got to tell me who you think is going to win. Who do you got on this? Who did you pick? Because I know a lot of the people who voted are here right now. Let's see what chat is saying. Nocturno's saying that you will be there for the Oscar watch-along. It will be an awesome night. I am hoping so. I am truly hoping so. If the more full of surprises it is, the more I'm just going to be like getting out of my chair and being like, what? What are they thinking? And then that's just more fun for everybody, I think. All right. I don't know if the stream is delayed or no one is guessing who won Best Screenplay, but we're just going to get right to it. We're just going to pull this one out. All right, Jarvcarp saying Anora. Anna, I'm making sure Hong Sang-soo isn't forgotten by this stream. Don't you worry. We never forget about Hong Sang-soo. Never. And the winner of Best Screenplay is Anora. Anora is your winner. Congratulations to Sean Baker, who was the writer of Anora, also the director and the editor. Man does a lot of things. He's kind of like Steven Soderbergh, except he's still being recognized as a really good director. Anora won. Anora won. I'm not going to say I'm impressed because I don't want to encourage you. Anora won, thank you. Okay. Have we just hit on the pun landmine every time Anora wins one? That's what you guys are going to do in the chat? Okay. Well, while you're doing that, off into the ether it goes. Rogue won, Anora won. Oh, no. Best writing should have gone to Kendrick. King Kenny, K. Dot, winner of the Rap Beef of 2024. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I do not care for this. All right, everybody. Now we're going to move on to a category that is very important. Because we as a film-watching society often find ourselves enthralled with superheroes, science fiction epics, and movies about strippers getting married to Russian teenagers. But what those movies don't tell us anything about is real life. That's not actually true. Documentaries, though, they do tell us. They do tell us a lot about the world that we live in. And this is a great thing. Thank you to all the documentarians who put so much GD effort into these documentaries. They take way more time to produce than fiction films. They do not pay out as much. Basically, people are making these things for free and hoping that they come out on top. And some of the best films ever made are documentaries. Sans Soleil, I will just say right now, still one of my favorites. So now we get to find out what the best documentary films of this year are. Who is going to be taking the mantle of best documentary into the future? I'm curious. I'm very curious. Who are the nominees? These are the nominees. Daughters. No Other Land. Superman, the Christopher Reeve Story. The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Will and Harper. Those are the best documentaries of the year as voted on by all of you. But there can only be one best documentary of the year. Tell me in the chat, who do you think is going to be winning? Anna is saying No Other Land. Wolf is coincidentally drinking a Dr. Pepper before I clicked on this, and the first thing I see is you drinking wine. Cool, also hi. This is not the color of wine. This is water. Sparkling water, I'll grant you, but still water. Nocturno saying Superman. Jarpcarp saying they only saw Superman. Pretty impressive that you saw it, considering he's as fast as a speeding bullet. Oh, yeah. I could be on SNL. So, best documentary. Let's see who the winner is. And the winner is No Other Land. And you know what? This film is nominated for the Oscar for Best Feature-Length Documentary. So this could be one of those wonderful occasions where the Oscars follow our lead. Because we are the best at picking the best films of the year. Absolutely. I personally have not seen No Other Land, and that's something that I feel like I absolutely should rectify. But there's Best Documentary. Off into the ether it goes. Let's put it on the ticker so it becomes real life. Did I also do the last one? What was the last one we did? Did I put that on the ticker? Oh yeah, for best screenplay. Did I put that on the ticker? Best screenplay. No, I did not. No, I did not. Honora. Best screenplay for Honora. Are you presenting tomorrow night? Yes, I am. I will be doing the Oscar watch-along tomorrow night. Please check out the Cinemateq Oscar pool linked in the description box below. Oh, I didn't see that. Oops. Well, that's okay. Well, we won't hold it against you. It's the color of vodka. That is true, but this is not vodka. No, 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 no. Nor is it tequila. You can always pirate it and then send people a donation. For No Other Land? No, I'm going to watch that for reals. For realsies. No pirating films about Palestinians trying to survive both an apartheid and a genocide. Hey, look everybody, it's time for Best Production Design. What a wonderful little segue that was. This, I think, is always a bit of an unsung category. So much goes into production design. It is truly an umbrella term that includes things like set design, art direction. So much of what we see on or in the frame is at the behest of the production design team. Really, this is also one of the parts of the film industry that is very much made up of just everyday workers, carpenters, all kinds of people like that. People who work in the trades. They are doing production design work. Set painters as well. Many others. And this is personally one of my favorite categories. I think that if you win this, you are doing a lot of things right, and you had a lot of very talented people on your team. So, who are the most talented of all of the teams? Let's find out. And the nominees are Dune Part 2, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. I wonder if people from Boston want Wicked to do really well. Do you think those people would consider themselves to be wicked smart? I mean the Wicked fans from Boston. Do you think they would consider themselves to be wicked smart? I wonder. So, chat, who are you thinking that this is going to be from a winner perspective? Dune 2 says Jarp Carp. Bone Snap says Dune has to win. They built an entire desert. Imagine making every grain of sand insane. It is actually the true origin story of Anakin Skywalker. He was not a Jedi. He was just a sand collector on Dune. The first one, the David Lynch film. That's the way that it has to be for continuity. Nocturo saying Nosferatu. Anna saying production design. You know it's a good pun when I have to struggle to say it. All right. The winner is... Ooh, it opened backwards. Does that mean it's an anti-garage? Hey, look. It's Dune Part 2. That is your winner for Best Production Design, everybody. And I would say it is well-deserved because, as Brent said, they had to make that desert from scratch. They had to basically take a lot of glass and turn it back into sand because there wasn't enough sand on planet Earth to make the desert that they had to make for Dune. That is impressive. Off into the ether it goes. So, where am I putting this? Best Production Design. Dune Part 2. Is this the start of things to come when it comes to Dune supremacy potentially in this award show? I believe that was Dune Part 2's first win, not its first nomination, so it's not sweeping. It's not sweeping. I know that the set PAs are still sweeping all that sand away because they got to bring in another movie to shoot in the set that they shot Dune Part 2 on, because as we just established, it was all fake. I guess it is always fake. Yeah. So what category are we doing next? We just did production design. Oh, best horror film. Oh, man. This is one of the best lettering we've seen so far. So this is a category very near and dear to my heart. I love horror movies. I'm wearing a horror movie t-shirt right now. And I'm only wearing it because I really enjoy this film and not because its story of a person being captured and essentially being held to ransom by a psychotic person has anything to do with things that are currently happening in the world. No, I love horror because I watched horror movies as a kid on my birthdays, and it was always kind of like a special thing. Watching horror movies were things that you did on your birthday when I was very young. And I love that. I watch horror movies a lot more often now, but I do like watching a horror movie on my birthday, except when I went to see the new Exorcist film on my birthday. That was bad, because that was a bad movie. But I was drunk, so it was actually fine. Hey, I wonder what the nominees are for Best Horror Film. Let's find out. And the nominees are Alien Romulus, I Saw the TV Glow, Longlegs, Nosferatu, and The Substance. I just realized that Alien Romulus didn't get nominated for Best Sci-Fi Film. That's coming a little bit later, but still. So who do you think, chat? Who's going to win? Who's winning Best Horror Film? I swear if Blood and Honey 2 wins this, I mean, it can't. It can't at all. What film is on your shirt? Misery. The movie is called Misery. It says Misery. It's Misery. Misery. Best Horror, last November election. No. That was the prequel. That was the prologue. I saw the TV Glow is so underrated. I love this film. My bets are on Nosferatu, even though it's a late entry. Is it a late entry? Is it a late entry? We didn't open up these ballots until like the middle of February, so that film had been out for at least a month and a half. But let's see now if Nosferatu is written here, or if it will be a different film. Perhaps Alien Romulus, perhaps one of the others. Let's see. Ooh. I see words that when I read them in sequence creates, I guess, a title, not a sentence. These aren't titles at all. No, they are titles, but they're not sentences. Everybody struggles with English. Hey, look, everybody. The Substance won Best Horror Film. Congratulations to The Substance. That is your second award, I think, as well, with Best Hair and Makeup. Well deserved. Well deserved. A body horror film for the ages that didn't so much scare me as much as it made me kind of disgusted, but then also made me chuckle. It's great. Love that movie a lot. And off into the ether it goes. What do you think, everybody? Are you happy with The Substance winning, especially over Nosferatu? And does it make sense that Nosferatu wins Best Fantasy and The Substance wins Best Horror? I kind of feel like those films just could play in other categories. I think The Substance could probably go into sci-fi, right? Did it? I can't remember. I just filled all of these things out this morning. I should be able to recall that. Here in Poland, Nosferatu just hit theaters like a week ago. Oh, really? So you didn't get to enjoy it on Christmas. Oh, I can only imagine what it was like for someone to be like, hey, man. Hey, mom, dad, grandma, brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews. I think that the way that we should spend our Christmas day, after we eat all of this food, is to go to a movie theater and probably just watch that new Nosferatu movie. And then it's just fucking grandma sitting there watching Lily Rose Depp get like turned on for 2 hours by fucking skinny-legged fucking vampire guy, man. What a great Christmas that would have been. All right, moving on from Best Horror Film, we've got ourselves something that's very important to horror, Best Sound. And I mean, really, this is important for all of the movies. No silent films. No silent films this time around. And I think this is we actually had a very good year for Best Sound. We'll see more with the nominees. But as I was putting together the little nominee video for this, I was struck by how many of these films attempted to overwhelm us, but also knew when to knock it off when it came to sound design. And I love that. I love that. You need to know when to not do things. And I need to know when to do nomination reads. Like right now. And the nominees for Best Sound are Challengers, Civil War, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and The Substance. It should be pretty clear to anyone who's paying attention that Nosferatu, The Substance, and Dune Part 2 are the most represented films in this entire thing. And it's certainly not undeserved. But will one of them win Best Sound, or will it be one of the other two films? Tell me in the chat. What are you thinking? Is The Girl with the Needle nominated in anything? No. I desperately tried to get it nominated for something. I put it in first place for almost everything, and no one else did. I think in a lot of cases it had to do with just it wasn't seen by anybody. I have a feeling that if I had made like a video about it, then maybe more people in this community would be aware of it or would have tried to track it down. But didn't happen, Anna. It didn't happen. Brent's thinking that Civil War is going to win this. There was a lot of sound in that. Oh, was there a lot of sound in that? I watched it too late to vote for it, but would you have, Anna? Would you have? Because I think there were a couple of categories where if like one more person gave it a first place, it would have bumped up into contention. But unfortunately, it did not. Would it have been in Best Sound? I don't think so. But a very deserving film is in here. It did win for Best Sound, and now we're going to find out who it is. Ooh, no magic going on here. The winner of the Best Sound category is Dune 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 Part 2. Dune Part 2 is your winner for Best Sound. Of course it is. Do you remember what it was like for like all of that film? Jesus Christ. I almost rewatched Dune Part 2 last night. I was very close to rewatching it because as I was putting together the nomination videos, like obviously Dune Part 2 is nominated for a bunch of stuff, and I just kept hearing the score over and over and over again, and I'm like, God damn it, I need to watch the film again just so I can get the score. But then I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly instead, which turned out to be a good idea because there was just as much sand. So, off into the ether it goes, and we mark down Best Sound, not Best Score, for Dune Part 2. So where does that put us with the standings here? Dune Part 2, I believe, has 2 wins right now. 2 wins? And The Substance has 2 wins. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's the standing right now. I don't think anything else has gotten 2. Oh, I think Furiosa has gotten 2. No? It got Best Stunt Performance. I don't know. I should be able to read the thing. 2 for Dune, 2 for Substance. Okay. Best Sound, Emilia Perez on mute. Emilia Perez didn't get nominated for a goddamn thing in these awards, which just certifies that we are a much better award show than literally all of the other ones. I can't remember there being sound in that. In Dune? In Dune? Oh, I know you're kidding, but still. It's fun. We have fun here. All right, next category up. Best Sci-Fi Film. What could be the winner, I wondered. I will say this was the one category where there was a absolute clear winner. No thin margins of victory for Best Sci-Fi Film. Why? I don't know. I honestly don't. I couldn't even begin to tell you why the category Best Sci-Fi Film was a slam down win for one particular film. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out who the nominees are. We're gonna talk about all the nominees and how they could be the winners, and then we're gonna reveal what the actual winner is, which will be a mystery to everybody. Not me, but a mystery to everybody. Yo, imagine if I was fucking playing you right now. Oh my god. Imagine if I was playing you by saying that I'm playing you, so now you don't know what's going on. I'm manipulating your brainwaves now. I'm inside your head. You don't know anything about reality, which is kind of like what it feels reading science fiction sometimes. And the nominees are Dune Part 2, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, Megalopolis, The Substance, and The Wild Robot. I tried so hard in rehearsals to not laugh while saying Megalopolis, and I was not able to do it. And I was not able to do it just now, and I would just like to personally apologize to Francis Ford Coppola for that. So, best science fiction film. What do you think? What do you think won, everybody? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Here we Dune. Dune Part of Nora won. And my eyes see open, I mean Dune. Let me see that Dune to Dune. Congratulations, everybody. Brent just got the thong song stuck in your head for the next several days. Bold of you to think about what's going on ever. I occasionally do that. So, oh wait, what else did Wolf say here? Dune has most of these in the bag. It's probably the only franchise film in recent years that has gotten the #1 spot on my list of my favorite movies of last year. Fair enough. But will it win Best Sci-Fi Film? I don't know. The substance is right there. Wild Robot, very well loved. A lot of people cried during The Wild Robot. Did you cry during Dune? I didn't. But I don't do that. Because I'm emotionally stunted. But some people did. Because they're not emotionally stunted. Hey, let's see who won Best Sci-Fi Film. God damn it. God, oh, the fuck? Did I? Ah! We got there in the end, everybody. And with that, we were able to learn a fundamental truth about the universe. Is that the spice must flow, baby. Dune Part 2 is your best sci-fi film of the year. To the surprise of, I'm sure, literally nobody. Congratulations to Dune Part 2, to Denis Villeneuve. You did it. You did it. You did a good goddamn job. Ether time. All right, best science fiction film, Dune Part 2. I think that puts Dune in the lead now. I think that puts Dune in the lead. Will it relinquish it at some point? I don't know. The spice of rice of life? Is that a riddle? Is that a riddle? Am I supposed to be solving a riddle right now? There's no riddle about Nocturno being shocked, though. The Dune Awards, part Dune. Dune is now on top, yeah. Also, I wish I watched The Wild Robot earlier, but didn't in time to vote. Oh no! What did you do for Best Animated Film, then? All right, let's just get set up for the next category, which is going to be Best Burp. Yes, that's right. The next category is Best Burp. Just kidding. It's Best Costumes. Very good category. It's a very good category. A lot of very good films in this category. There is one that I don't quite understand and probably will never understand, but it's always incredible to see the seamstresses, the people who are making these costumes, making all of these wonderful modern day costumes, sci-fi costumes, period piece costumes, trying to, convince me that Timothée Chalamet didn't just have all of that paraphernalia, that Bob Dylan paraphernalia just in his closet. Like, it's a tough gig. It's a tough gig. And it's one of those ones where if you do a great job, people tend to not notice. But if you do a bad job, everyone will shit down your throat. So shout out to all of the costume designers out there. I've worked with a few in my day. I have not worked in the costume department, but the costume department are definitely people that you want to have friends with. Look. I know that there's probably people out there who are going to watch this, who are going to want to work on a film set at some point in their life. And let me tell you this. Let me give you a little piece of advice. No one is ever going to tell you this. Maybe they feel like they don't need to tell you this because it becomes so evident, like right off the bat. But you absolutely need to make friends with both the costume department and the hair and makeup department. They are the nicest people on set. You will always find a friend in those departments. And so, in Best Costumes, we will reveal which one of your potential future friends is an award winner. And the nominees are Conclave, Dune Part 2, Furiosa: A Mad Max Saga, Nosferatu, and Wicked. One of the very... Ooh, shit. What the fuck just happened? I clicked the wrong thing. Whoops! One of the very few categories that the substance is not nominated in. Best costumes. Let me know, chat. Who do you think's coming home with this one? I picked Isabella Rossellini for Best Supporting Actress. Dory, she isn't nominated. She isn't nominated in the Cinemateq Film Awards for this, and we're not even doing that category. But glad to have you here. Glad that this award ceremony going Dune Part 2 more good than the Oscaria Perez did. Sorry, couldn't resist. Fair enough, fair enough. Cost Dune sign. Nocturno just going with the very normal pun of saying Dune. What if your next marathon live stream you present awards for every year of the last 100 years? What do you mean? Like we do the full Cinemateq Film Awards from like 1895 forward? Or I guess the last 100 years, that would be 1925 forward. Is that what you're thinking? Because we do the Cinemateq Top 100 every year, and that's kind of that a little bit. I want Dune, but I have a feeling it will be something else. I'm going for Conclave because Voldemort as the Pope is just funny to me. Oh yeah, that's true, says Wally and Otto. Hong Sang-soo's entire filmography. Number 1 forever. All right. Costume design. Let's see who is the winner. Oh my goodness. It is that goddamn vampire movie Nosferatu. No Dune this time. Nosferatu is on top. Again. If you've seen Nosferatu, you understand that joke. Ether. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. Oh, man. I feel like it came out of all of the orifices? I mean, not all of the orifices. I did shit my pants, though. Nosferatu, I've seen it 2 times. Nosferatu? Can you imagine if they do a sequel to Nosferatu and they just call it Nosferatu? That would be fucking great. Conclave should have won. They dressed them mean girls in those fancy red robes. Oh, God. Best costumes, where are you at? I believe that now gives Nosferatu 2 wins as well. Gesundheit, thank you. Oh, man, my nose feels like it just awakened. Oh, wait, Anna, I just realized you said that for my next marathon, I should do Hong Sang-soo's entire filmography. That's like 60 films, and he's adding 2 per year, so no. Absolutely not. No, I think that would actually put me legally into the insanity column. I think that you legally become insane at like 120 hours awake in a row. Or like a movie told me that at some point in time. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that ever. What I do want to do is give out the award, good segue TJ, for Best New Restoration. A very important award. They're all important awards. They're all important. But this one, I feel like, is exceptionally important because one of the jobs of award shows is to get people to watch stuff. And award shows are always very into things that came out within the last year. They're yearly award shows. That's what they do. But every single year, incredible restorations for old films are also released. And so I want to tell you about them this way, by letting you know what some of the best new restorations are. And by me, I mean you, because you guys voted on all of this stuff. But I just don't want to be that guy who lets these films just fade away and die. I want you to know about them. So, we are going to look at the nominations in a second. I don't really have a system down yet of what order to do things in. But in the case of Best New Film Restoration, the nominees are That wasn't my best segue. Blue Velvet. Peeping Tom. Risky Business. The Conversation. The Searchers. And just a little quick RIP to both David Lynch and Gene Hackman, two people who were featured among those films. I'm sure there are some other people who have been in those films who have recently passed away. RIP to them as well. But I would be remiss if I didn't single out David Lynch and Gene Hackman, two of the all-time greats in their respective fields. So, best new restoration. Chat, tell me what won. Tell me what won, and then I will tell you if you were right. Blue Velvet needs to win, says Wolf. I would not be sad if that happened. Peeping Tom is great. Peeping Tom is great. I love that in the discourse of, slasher movies and really films or horror movies where you get into the POV of the villain. Think like, Halloween or Black Christmas or things like that. Psycho does it on occasion. Peeping Tom needs to be in that conversation as well. It is a very important proto-horror film. Zombies Ate My Arm saying all in on The Searchers. She wore blue. I chose Risky Business because it was a common film people try to trap with on Cinenerdle too. Yeah, it's probably not a bad one. All right, everybody. Best new restoration. What could the winner be? Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. The winner of Best New Film Restoration of the Year is Blue Velvet. And I even had a blue marker to write that in. Wow. Congratulations to Blue Velvet. I personally have not seen this restoration, but it is out in 4K. It's on the Criterion Collection, and I'm going to rent it as soon as I can because I do need to revisit that film. I need to revisit a lot of David Lynch films. Into the Ether. Ooh, I think that one came the closest, I think. I'm going to put one of these into my eye. I'm going to have to do the rest of this thing with a pirate eye patch. Yes. New restoration. Blue Velvet. I don't know that film. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You sneaky so-and-so. Wait, Velvet? Oh, shit. Did I spell it wrong? Ugh. Did I really? I mean, how many words have two V's in them anyways, right? Like, I think maybe the English language should apologize to me for that mistake that I made. Seriously. Vivarium. Yeah, thanks. That's the only other one. And let's not talk about Vivacious, because that doesn't exist. Quick, chat, tell me all the words that have two V's in them. The Vitch. Yes! That is the best fucking answer. Well done, everybody. I am very proud of you. That was actually sick. I loved how that worked out. It's almost like I planned it. I didn't, to be sure, but I could have. What is going on next? Yes, that one. Vivisect? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good word. Vivacious? I just said it. Talking about restorations, the Brazilian Cinemateq caught on fire, very sad, and now they're trying to save history by restoring all of them. Damn. Like when you say the Brazilian Cinemateq, you don't mean a theater. You mean like the National Film Archive? Because that sucks. Viva. Yeah, you're right. So, it was the National Film Archive. Oh no. That's really bad. Is there like a thing you can donate to help with that? Because that's something that I feel strongly about. We need to save the movies. They do not self-preserve. They do not self-preserve at all. Now, this next category is an important one because it underlines my need to edit what you just saw with me misspelling Blue Velvet. We're doing best editing, everybody. See, I told you I planned all this. I, at one point, wanted to be a professional editor. And obviously, with this being a YouTube channel and me doing editing, I do editing on occasion. And I think that editing is one of the great aspects of film. It's how we create meaning through comparison. This is just Sergei Eisenstein shit going way back to the Soviet film era. Editing is how you create meaning from shot to shot to shot to shot. And it's vitally important to film as a whole. And also, I guess some people could argue that like pacing's important, but a lot of those people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Best editing, everybody. Hey, Nerdy Film Girls here. What's up, Tracy? Glad to have you. So, I'm gonna edit that part out. Man, I'm so good at this. And the nominees are Anora, Challengers, Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, The Substance. Was that the first time that we saw The Brutalist be nominated for something? Also, I want to let all of you know, just so you understand the depth of my struggle, every single time that I need to say Challengers, I want to say a different word. I can't remember what word it is now, even though it just happened to me while I was reading those nominations. Is it... I forget. But, like, my brain just sees something else. It just sees something else. I don't know. I'm shocked The Substance or Challengers didn't get an editing nom. Yeah, the Academy is dumb. Academy's real dumb. And it's even worse when you consider that the nominations are done by, like, other editors. So, like, a bunch of other editors watched Challengers and The Substance and were like, no. That wasn't very well done. Chavengers, another very common 2V word. The Academy this year is the dumbest I've ever seen. I mean, I don't mind, because it just makes the Cinemateq Film Awards look that much more smart. Kozlowski did say a film is made in the script, casting, and editing. Yeah. There are other sayings that go like, a film is made 3 times, when you write it, when you shoot it, and when you edit it, I think. That's the way the saying goes. Oh, they've been dumber. The Academy has been dumber than this? I don't know. Not nominating Denis Villeneuve for the 2nd time in a row for a Dune movie? That's pretty fucking stupid. I love Challenger's editing. It really made you feel like you were the ball. I mean, wasn't that the camera? I'm not going to argue with you about Challenger's editing. I thought it was very good. It was very much the personality of that film. It was all about the editing. But enough talk about Challengers and balls. Let's find out who won the Best Editing Award. Didn't have as much trouble with that envelope. It's been a bit of a struggle. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting one. Who could it be? The winner. Best Editing of the Year 2024/25. I'm not sure how that works anymore. It's Challengers. Challengers, baby. Challengers is your winner for Best Editing of the Year. Oh my goodness, that is the first award for Challengers on the day. Woo, well deserved, well deserved. What is everyone thinking? It's not the Dune sweep that you were thinking, was it? No, it's not like 2 years ago when Dune was just up and down here, basically taking all of these little things. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It's a little bit more spread out. It's still in the lead. Dune Part 2, I mean. But now we got Anora on a couple, Nosferatu on a couple, Challengers on one, Furiosa on one, Deadpool and Wolverine on one. Maybe it'll win another one. Best Animated Film, maybe? Oh my god. It can't Dune it. Looks like... What? Looks like Dune's fortune. Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot I have to read all of these stupid puns phonetically. Looks like Dune's Fort Dune isn't quite like it was before. Okay. Will you post the final list of awards after this is over? Yeah, I'll probably do like a letterbox list. Probably do a letterbox list with all of the different winners in it. Probably ranked by who won the most and listing what categories they won. Guys, there's a mistake. Velocipaster is the true winner. That movie's actually funny, though. All right. Let's get that category set up. The next category is, would you believe it? An important one. They're all important. Best first film. Best debut feature. This is a great category because once again, like the Restoration, this is where you get films that are not nominated anywhere else. I mean, a couple of them are, but still, this is where you get the cool shit, the up-and-coming shit, what the youngsters are up to, what the kids are all talking about. This is how you remain relevant, probably, maybe. Although not in our case, because we're really cool anyways. Best first film. There were a lot of good ones this year. A lot of good ones. But there were only 5 that made the cut. Who are they? They're these films. I almost called them people. Are films people? Can we eat films? Are films Soylent Green? Soylent Green is a film. And the nominees are Dee Dee, Hundreds of Beavers, Inside Out 2, Look Back, and Monkey Man. Just realizing that I put 100 of beavers and not hundreds of beavers. Looks like I need a proofreader. After Blue Velvet won Best Restoration, now potentially 100 of beavers would win and not hundreds of beavers. Interesting. So chat, tell me, what do you think is going to win? Monkey Man, I'm calling it now. It needs to be Monkey Man. Does it need to be Monkey Man? Does it need to be Monkey Man? If it's not Monkey Man, will you perish? Because that's how I define need. Corporations are people, so maybe. Here's the funny thing, though. They're not. It's one of those funny things where, like, laws aren't always true or correct. I actually heard an interesting thing today where someone was like, hey, guess what? The people who turned Anne Frank over to the authorities were following the law. The people who hid Anne Frank were disobeying the law. You cannot use the law as a moral compass. And also, corporations are not people. And the fucking Second Amendment says that you have a right to bear arms in a well-regulated militia. Like, seriously, people, just fucking read this shit. Oh, wait, best first film. Should we find out who the winner is? Should I start a political channel? I feel like maybe that's in me. I think I got that dog in me, you know? Or that cat. Hey, where's Rocco? The winner of best first feature is... Oh, I think some people in the chat are going to be happy because it's Hundreds of Beavers, baby. I spelt it right on the card. Hundreds of Beavers, there you go. There you go. Tell me another goddamn award show where Hundreds of Beavers won anything, where it was nominated for anything. They don't exist. But here on Cinemateq, Hundreds of Beavers is a winner in the ether. Let's see. Where did that go? Best first feature? It's probably down here. Best first film. Oh, I called it something different. It's so great having to just type out Hundreds of Beavers. Like, what did you do today, TJ? Oh, I wrote out Hundreds of Beavers. People are going to be like, wait, you wrote beavers hundreds of times? And I'd be like, yeah, I did do that. Oh my God. Politics? Fuck, that's kind of good, isn't it? That's kind of good. Okay, fine. I'll start being a political streamer. TJ start a Hasanabi show. Hassan's good enough at what he does. He doesn't need me just repeating the shit that he says. Hundreds of Beavers plus Anora equals best double feature. Really? Really? Why? Why? I haven't seen Hundreds of Beavers yet. I have seen Anora. Wait. 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 Is that a fucking vagina pun that you just did? Hundreds of Beavers? Oh, they're both slapstick comedies. Right. That's what's going on here. I'm sure that's what's going on here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know what joke to make there. Dude, I just did the joke for you. Is that honestly not what you were doing? Am I the best improvisational comic who's ever existed? No, that's probably Wayne Brady. Also, I don't think it's Wayne Brady. It's probably Brendan Lee Mulligan. Best restoration, TJ for President 2028. Yeah, I don't think they let Canadians run for that. I don't think so. I'd have to double check the Constitution, but I'm pretty sure there's an amendment in there that says, "Hey, no way there, bud. No Canucks, eh?" It's weird that it's written in Canadian and not in American. But yeah, I think there is a part of the Constitution that says, "Hey, no way, bud. Get out of here, you hoser." Canada will never be an American state. Never. Never. Best score is the next category. This is a movie. This is a category that has everything to do with music. And unlike the Oscars, we acknowledge that Dune Part 2 had a super sick score and we allowed it to be nominated. And it is part of the very many excellent, wonderful films that have been nominated in this category. Great stuff in here. We're going to find out who the nominees are right now. Right now. Right now. Boop. And the nominees are Challengers, Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, The Substance, and The Wild Robot. So many wonderful films nominated in there. Tell me, chat, who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win? But yeah, it was intentional, and I'm so glad you got it. It did sound a lot funnier in my head, though. Okay, I mean, yeah. Yeah, as soon as someone starts explaining a joke, it's not a good joke anymore. But, like, also, I think explaining jokes is funny. But, like, when I do it. Yeah. Have you seen this awesome Canadian film, Red Rooms? Not yet. Not yet. I missed it in theaters. It was one of those rare Canadian films that actually went into Canadian theaters. And it's been released on physical, I think by a Vinegar Syndrome sub-label, which means I'm not buying it because Vinegar Syndrome is an American company. I am very serious about my boycotts. But I do intend on renting it at some point in the future. Kamala Harris was born in Canada. I think there's a difference there because I'm not an American citizen and she is. Yeah, this has to be Challengers. Best thing about the movie was the score. Challengers deserves it. My goat, Trent Reznor. Hey, Elver Galarraga. Are you related to Andres Galarraga, the baseball player? That's the only Galarraga I know. Anyways, yeah, I do love me some Trent Reznor, but did Challengers win for best score? I did the nominations, right? Yeah, I did. Let's pull this out and see who the winner is. I need to get some WD-40 for this hinge. The winner, best score of the year, goes to Challengers. Oh yeah, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Do it again. I feel like this isn't their first Cinemateq Film Award. Shit, I need to start tracking that. I really do need to start tracking that. Best score, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, Challengers. Bam! Ether time. Yes, Nine Inch Nails strikes again. Man, if only I could have gotten tickets to that Nine Inch Nails concert. God, those tickets were expensive. Like more than System of a Down. By like double. It was wild seeing those ticket prices. Best score. So that's Challengers with like 2 now. This is a very spread out award so far. Very spread out. But Dune Part 2, still number 1. Why did I type that in all caps? Because you were excited. Nocturno really likes this. Apparently Harris was born in California. Was there fake news on my channel? Is this a political channel all of a sudden? Oh, hey, by the way, like the live stream. I know you guys have been doing that already, but I just need to tell you about it. Also, I'm going to drink more of this thick water. This thick water. You know, it's kind of weird. Like, the flavor of this water is fine. Like strawberry watermelon. That's a great combination. What more could you want out of fizzy water? It's just the thickness of it. Like, I can't believe that someone decided it would be a good idea to make diet water. You know? What the fuck? Ugh, so thick. All right. I mean, Ted Cruz was born in Canada. Yeah, but we don't claim him, and he's a total and utter piece of shit. So I think that's the difference. I think that might be another amendment in the Constitution. Like, you can be born in Canada and run for president, but you have to be one of the most hated and contemptible people on the planet. And that's why Ted Cruz is able to do what he does. Isn't California and Canada one and the same? No. No, I've been to California. Y'all ain't us. Y'all ain't us. Let me tell you that. Hey, look, everybody. It's Best Animated Film. We're going to be doing Best Animated Film next. I think I need to stop doing these things like, oh, this is an important category. They're all fucking important categories. Anyways, animated films were some of the very best films, first films that I watched when I was a kid. I remember the very first time, and I've probably told this story before, about how I walked into a movie theater that was showing 101 Dalmatians when I was like 5 or 6 years old. That was my first movie-going experience. And looking up as a 5-year-old and seeing these giant cartoons being projected on the screen was a formative experience for me, for sure. So I have a great deal of respect for animated films and a great deal of respect for these animated films. Which animated films? These animated films. The nominees are Flow, Inside Out 2, Look Back, Memoir of a Snail, and The Wild Robot. Many, many good animated films in there. I haven't seen Look Back, unfortunately, but I have seen Flow. I have seen The Wild Robot. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Who in the chat thinks this is going to... The burping has interrupted me, and I'm sorry. Twice. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Dory's saying Look Back. Brent is rooting for The Wild Robot. Elver is going for Flow. Nocturno saying The Spice Must Flow. That's a good one. Wally's saying Flow or Memoir of a Snail, please. Wolf saying I've not seen Flow, but Jesus Christ looks gorgeous, so I'll go for The Wild Robot. What? Flow would be cool, though, because of kitties. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Literally Rocco is in that movie. Literally Rocco. Last chance for Look Back. Isn't Look Back no? Look Back didn't get nominated for Best Picture. So I guess maybe that's true. Why don't we find out what the winner is. And the winner of Best Animated Film of the Year is The Wild Robot. Congratulations to The Wild Robot. All of the animators who must have worked hundreds of thousands, millions of years on that film. It did look real GD pretty. What are the Brit Awards? And why are you talking about them? Ether time. It just looks so funny, like watching them fly across screen. I don't know. Congrats, I loved animation. Yeah, it's a good category. It's a good category. UK Grammys. Oh. What? The Wild Robot. What else are people saying up here? Isn't California and Canada one and the same? Well, they both have Ontario, CA. Ooh, some geography shit, right, for all of your brains. And I think Kendrick Lamar would disagree that California is not Canada. Although he disagrees for different reasons. For Drake-hating reasons. And I happen to agree with those Drake-hating reasons. This is Wallace and Gromit Erasure. Yo, you guys did the nomination. You guys did the nomination. That's not on me. That's on you. You did the erasure. As a certified Sean Baker hater, please tell me Anora hasn't won anything so far. Well, as you can see from the thing going across the bottom, it has, actually. It's won a couple of things. Maybe it'll win a couple of more. Is it nominated for Best Cinematography? The next category that we're going to do? Also, look at this fucking word. Look at how long this goddamn word is. I'm not here to do science, art. Quit with the long words. I love this category. All the films are good. Let's see who the nominees are. And the nominees for Best Cinematography are Challengers, Dune Part 2, I Saw the TV Glow, Nosferatu, and The Substance. I actually forgot just how good the cinematography in The Substance was until I was looking at the trailer, like putting together these nomination videos. I should probably go back and rewatch that movie. So everyone, tell me in the chat, what is going to win? I'm now looking at what Brent is saying and trying to think if maybe, just maybe, I did another spelling mistake. But no, I just see that you're doing a pun on the name of this channel. Best Cinematography, which is harder to say than just cinematography, somehow. I Saw the TV Glow. Nocturno's going for that. I love the Stanley Kubrick vibes and the Substance's cinematography. That is true. That is true. Lots of hallways. Lots of hallways in The Substance. I would love to see I Saw the TV Glow win. Could it? Could it maybe? Could it potentially do it? Why don't we find out? Let's see who the winner is. And the winner for Best Cinematography is... It's Dune Part 2. The spice continues to flow, and the spice will always flow. Spice, spice, spice. Can we get a spice chant in the chat, please? Just fucking spam spice for me right now. Dune Part 2 is your winner. Is it over? Is it Vince Carter in the 2000 Slam Dunk competition over? Well, that's now Dune Part 2's fourth win, so perhaps it is. Woo! Ether time. Cinematography should be easy to find because it's such a weird big word. Dune Part 2. Save. What's next? What's next? Ooh, we only got a few left. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories left. 5 categories left, chat. And the next one Would you believe it? Would you believe that the next one is an important one? Best non-English language film. Language was too large of a word to fit onto here. I probably could have tried a bit harder, but then I decided not to. The ethos of this entire channel. Once again, incredible films nominated here. We'll talk about them for the second. Thank you to everyone who is spamming Spice in the chat. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Spice Girls. We all millennials wanted Spice Girls at one point in our lives. All millennials. Spice, a debut album of the Spice Girls. It's a good album. It's a good album. It's a good album. Spicy hot takes. Mr. Hong should have been here. Like from John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China? That dude? All right. Best non-English language film. And the nominees are Look Back, Kneecap, Flow, The Beast, and La Camera. Everyone, let me know in the chat who you think is going to win. Who is going to win? Who is going to win? And apparently, people are still on that spice flowing pun. The spice must flow. Actual last chance for Look Back. There we go. The Spice Girls could be in Paul Atreides' harem. I mean, they might be in that film. We don't know. No one has ever told us that they're not. Therefore, they could be. The Girl with the Needle got snubbed. Shake my head. I know. I tried. I tried so hard. But in the end, it didn't even matter. La Camera says Wall-E. That's a good one. That's a good pick. I saw that in theaters. La Spicera, Flow, Reason, Kitty. Very good reason to vote for a film being the best film of the year that was not made in the English language, because it had cats in it. Is there a cat in The Girl with the Needle? I kind of hope not, because that movie is not fun. It's really good, but it's not fun. All right, everyone. Let's see who the winner is for Best English Language Film. The hand is in the cookie jar of award ballots. Ooh. And the winner is... Ooh, it's opening this way. Oh, but I have to turn it around. I have to... What is that Missy Elliott line? Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I have to put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it to show you that Flow is the winner of Best Non-English Language Film of the Year. Congratulations to the cat movie. I'm sure Rocco is very proud of you wherever he is right now. Well done to Flow. Kind of incredible that Flow won this, but didn't win Best Animated Film. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. Flow. Ether. No cats in Girl with the Needle, if I remember correctly, but it does have a lot of babies. It does have a lot of babies. Kind of wild, like Wild Robot. Oh! 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 My neighbors must hate me. Happy for Flow, kind of Wild Robot. Oh my god, people are making the same puns. The same exact puns. Next category. 4 left. And what's left? Who can tell me in the chat what is left to do? What is left to do, chat? You know what's left to do. You know what the final 4 categories are. They're big ones. Ooh, they're big ones. They're big old categories. But before I get to them, I'll just remind you that I will be live streaming starting tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Oscars watch-along party. Vote in the Cinemateq Oscar pool, linked in the description box below. Okay, next category. Best Supporting Performance. For those of you who are new here, We do not separate this into gender-based categories. It's just supporting performances by men, women, non-binary people, trans people, really all of the people who exist, which is all of the people. You can be nominated for this. It's great. We're better than everybody. So, let's see who the nominees are for Best Supporting Performance. And I can guarantee you, this is stacked. We're stacked in this category. And the nominees are Ariana Grande in Wicked, Clarence Macklin in Sing Sing, Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain, Margaret Qualley in The Substance, and Yuria Borisov for Anora. Those were literally the only shots of Yuria Borisov in the trailer for Anora. Like, he's not even featured. He's not even featured in the trailer. I had to dig for those. So tell me, chat, who's winning this? Who's winning this stacked category? Imagine if TJ was a La La Land Moonlight mix-up in these awards. I mean, how could I be? I'm literally just I'm showing you them. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Did you mean that to be a Dune pun? Like, what is love? Baby, Dune hurt me no more. What about the song Du hast by Rammstein? Dune hast mich. Du hast mich. Du hast mich Gefahr. Du hast mich Gefahr. Du hast mich Gefahr. Das ist die Saar. And then we headbang. My queen, Margaret Qualley. She deserves it all. Screw the Oscars. Indeed, that's why we're here. To screw the Oscars. What about animals? That dog in Anatomy of a Fall should have won an Oscar. No, we don't. We don't nominate animals here. Well, we nominate humans, and humans are animals. Anyways, Clarence Macklin says Jarb Carp. I don't know. These are all some pretty good choices. I agree. Rammstein says Wally. Yep, Rammstein is actually nominated here. They are the secret 6th nominee. But let's see, out of the 5 real nominees, who the winner is. And the winner of Best Supporting Performance goes to Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, which, as you can see, was a real pain to all fit in here. Not kidding. Those are very reasonably sized names and words. Congratulations to Kieran Culkin. You're probably going to win the Oscar as well, so you're having just the very best weekend right now. Big ups to you. Right on, bro. The fuck was that at the end? Right on, bro. Like he's watching. All right. Kieran, I'm spelling this wrong. Not on purpose. I just know that I am. Shake my head, boring pick. Oh, Elver, are you calling the Cinemateq community that you're a part of boring? Honestly, fair. But we did nominate Hundreds of Beavers a couple of times, so you got to give us credit. Whoa, who knew? The sweep even affected these awards. What sweep? There's no sweep going on. At least not yet. Actually, no, there is no sweep. There's nobody sweeping these awards. I think he is much happier with CFA than Oscars. I agree. He's probably masturbating right now, like, after his agent gave him the good news. Like, he was like, I can't ejaculate unless I win the Cinemateq Film Award. And now he's ejaculating. Just everywhere. It's like a fucking rope party. Just right out into everything. Should I classify these streams as being adult only? Should you have to be 18 plus to be here? It just occurs to me sometimes that I say off-color things, and I wonder if I should be more on color. You know? A little more on color. Best leading performance. Let's do that one next. Look at that G. It looks like an O that's throwing up. Let's talk a bit about leading performances. They're important because they're the lead performances in the films that we watch. And that's it. That's my entire spiel. I think I already had this set up. Okay. Who are the nominees for Best Leading Performance? Let's find out. And the nominees are Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Demi Moore for The Substance, Mikey Madison for Anora, and Timothée Chalamet for Dune Part 2. Is it going to be Lisan Al-Gaib? Or is it going to be another person? Tell me, chat, who is winning this? We've already seen Dune rack up a number of awards so far, but Anora's right there. Anora's got some stuff going on. The Substance has won a few. And I don't know. This could go anywhere. This could go anywhere. Also, Sing Sing didn't really get nominated for anything else. But I got nominated for this. And I got nominated for Best Picture as well. But that's a little bit down the line. A Domingo win would be so cool. It would be wild. It would be wild. Demi Al-Gaib. It's Kim Min-hee. Who's Kim Min-hee? Is that one of the stars of one of the Hong Sang-soo films that you've been talking about, Anna? Queen Mikey Slay. Tell me you're a middle-aged white man without telling me you're a middle-aged white man. I hope it's Coleman Domingo. All right. Maybe we should find out who gave us the best leading performance of the year. Let's open it up. Let's put our hand in the award jar and let's pull out a winner. And the winner of the Cinemateq Film Award for Best Leading Performance of the Year goes to Mikey Madison for Anora. Look at how bad the Wile E. Coyote writing is on this one. I should probably have hired someone better. So good, so incredible. Legit my pick for Best Performance of the Year. This is so well deserved. Fucking love this performance. Love her in this film. 100% deserved. Number one in our hearts. No one touches it, in my opinion. But a lot of great performances were nominated. And to win against Demi Moore and Coleman Domingo and our boy Timmy, like, very good for Mikey. Very good for Mikey Madison. Way to go, girl. Ether. Let's see, best performance. What are people saying here? Anora won, thank you. There you go. She deserves it. Yes, I knew it. Mikey Madison is my future wife. You probably have to stop watching people live streaming if you want to pull that one off. Buy one of those lettering rulers. Absolutely not. I enjoy the punk aesthetic of my random scribbles. Thank you very much. Shake my head. Sean Baker doesn't know how to write well-rounded women characters. Not Mikey's fault, though. She is talented. She's well-rounded? Anyways, Best Director. That's the next category. Let's go into it. Directors. Some call them auteurs. I think that's a stupid word that has become meaningless in the collaborative marketplace, in the collaborative workspace that filmmaking actually is. But these are still the people who are responsible for the creative vision of the film. And you can occasionally tell when particular filmmakers are in charge. We've already got people in the chat saying Denis Villeneuve and Denis Al-Gaib. Who do we think is going to be the winner of the Best Director award? Well, maybe we should find out who the nominees are. Here they are. And the nominees for Best Direction are Anora, Challengers, Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, and the substance. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Tell me, chat. Tell me, chat. Tell me the answer. You might be a... You might be a bunna, but you ain't no dancer. It's from Helter Skelter, the Beatles song. Tell me the answer. You might be a... But you ain't no dancer. What is it? It's not Denis. Oh, I mean, Denis Villeneuve, sure. Tell me the answer. You might be Denis Villeneuve, but you ain't no dancer. No, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Coralie. What? What? Fargate or Guadagnino, my hands are tied here. I don't mind Kubrick fangirl Coralie. None of us mind her. Hopefully she makes a lot of other really cool movies. All right. Let's get into this. Oh, you may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer. Why are they talking about lovers in Helter Skelter? Why am I holding the thing like this? Woo! Let's just take that out of there. Let's take a peek. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys. You're not going to believe it. The winner of Best Director of the Year is Dune Part 2. Denis Villeneuve gets his revenge on Hollywood from a Canadian. Hey, we're both Canadians. That's cool. Yes, Denis Villeneuve gets his award. Gets his comeuppance. No, comeuppance is reverse revenge or whatever. Denis Villeneuve won. Denis Villeneuve is the winner. Rightfully fucking so. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is to make a movie in the desert? Just that alone. That gets you to win. But then every other part of that fucking movie combined together to make what is maybe one of the best blockbuster experiences I've seen in over a decade. Easy. Easy shit. Denis Villeneuve, practically goated. Practically goated. He needs to make, like... I mean, it's hard. Like, is Denis Villeneuve, like, let's just be real. Let's talk about this for a second. If he keeps going at the rate that he's going, at some point we're going to have to start talking about if he clears Kubrick, right? Like, we're going to have to start having that conversation. If he can keep putting out movies at the level of Dune Part 2 for the next 20 years of his career, if that's what he's doing, does he clear Kubrick? I know it's a wild-ass question, but the fact that maybe I'm asking it, maybe that tells you something. Let's just fill this in. Dune Part 2. Is this a LeBron versus MJ thing? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. This is like LeBron in like season 7 or something of his career. Like, you couldn't really have... You're having more of the like, oh, could he be better in the future? I think that's more what we're talking about. It will be interesting to see what he does after Dune. So like, I mean, he's doing Dune Part 3. We know that. And he's also signed on to do another sci-fi film called Rendezvous with Rama. I think if we're ever going to start having like a serious conversation about whether or not he clears Kubrick, he's going to have to do like a period piece that is on the level of Barry Lyndon, and he's going to have to do a war movie on the level of Full Metal Jacket, and he's going to have to do a horror movie on the level of The Shining. Which I guess you could argue he already did with Prisoners. Like, Prisoners is his The Shining analog, but I don't quite buy that. So, oh yeah, and he needs to make a sex cult movie too. Thank you for reminding me about Eyes Wide Shut. He does need to make a sex cult movie. They are the best movies. The sex cult movies, specifically. Okay. We're at the end, friends. We have come to the final category. The biggest, most expansive, most nominees possible. Best film. Best film of the year. You think you might know the answer already, but do you? Are you sure? There are a lot of films today that have already won a number of prizes. Excellent films. Very, very incredible films are in here. And one of the reasons why I am so proud of this community that we have built over the years is that you guys are real good at picking quality, but also not being subservient or needing to do literally everything that I say or that the more mainstream Oscar awards are doing. There's some fucking curveballs in here, and that's great. That is great. And that's why I think these awards are better than the other awards. You got a great eye, and you're not afraid to nominate some weird shit. So with that said, let's see who the nominees are for Best Film of the Year. And the nominees are Anora, Challengers, Dune Part 2, Hundreds of Beavers, I Saw the TV Glow, Nosferatu, Sing Sing, The Brutalist, The Substance, and The Wild Robot. Who's it going to be, chat? Chat, I need you to get excited. I need you to get hyped. I need you to fucking flood the goddamn gates with who you think this should go to. Who should Best Film of the Year go to? Tell me, chat. Tell me. Motion 1 is saying Wild Robot. Paul is saying Substance. Watch, he trolls us by saying that Emilia Perez won. I think Tracy just said a similar thing up there. Brent is saying Spice. Dory is saying Spice. And my eyes see Oppenheimer. What? Spice will win. CFG going for Anora. The Substance or Dune, says Elver. As a civil engineer grad student, I stand with the Beavers. I mean, as a Canadian, I kind of have to as well. The Substance, says Wolb. Well, I think it's time to see the winner. And the Best Film of the Year is Dune Part 2. This is what justice looks like. Congratulations to Dune Part 2. The best film of the year, the winningest film of the year, although incredibly didn't sweep as hard as the first movie did, even though I consider it a better film than the first one. It just shows you how strong some of the films that came out this year were. Incredible films came out in the year of our Satan 2024, and now we know who is on top. Now we know who the best is. So congratulations to Dune Part 2, the best film of the year. So it is said, so it is written, so it must be. And congratulations to all of you for continuing to be an incredible audience, community. Y'all doing great stuff. And if you are new here and you're just hanging out, you're chilling, you're into watching bald gingers talk about movies, join the Discord. There's me there, but then there's also a lot of the people who are in the chat as well. You can come hang out, talk about movies. It's pretty chill. And Yeah. I think I'm going to go see a movie where teenagers get into giant robots and beat the shit out of each other now. I think that's my plan for the evening. After I drink this thick liquid. Thicklid? Thickwid. Thickwid. I'm going to drink this thickwid now. Oh, it took me 9 pages in the time you read over 20 categories. Well, I think, Ella, you said you're reading a law textbook, which is pretty tough. That shit is not made for, like, easy digestibility. What a great show. Thank you so much. Why did you pick Best Supporting... Oh, who did I pick for Best Supporting Actress for the Oscars? I think that's still going to go to Zoe Saldana. I don't think that's changing. Any predictions non-award related for things that might happen tomorrow? For non-award related things, like during the awards. I don't know. I think we may need to do maybe maybe the I didn't put it in. I should have put it in, but like the tiebreaker maybe for the Oscar pool, link in the description below. The tiebreaker should have been maybe like a plus minus on how many of the speeches specifically call out Trump. That would be interesting. I think there's probably going to be a lot of that. You're probably going to see a lot of standing ovations for people being like, you know, I mean, fuck, if Ariana Grande wins Best Supporting Actress, which she won't. And even Zoe Saldana is probably going to do this, but like, you know that someone up there is going to say, "Oh, and by the way, trans people exist," and like that's going to get a standing ovation, deservedly so. I think there's this may end up being like, considering the moment that we're in and what's going on in America, this could be the most politically charged Oscars in terms of the acceptance speeches. You know, we've got a film called No Other Land that's probably going to win Best Documentary, and that is a film all about Israeli apartheid and how it affects the Palestinians. So that's gonna be wild. I don't think people really get booed at the Oscars. I don't think, like, I know that the woman who's nominated for Best Actress for Emilia Perez, I know she sucks. She said some bad shit. I don't think she's gonna get booed though. I am kind of surprised that she's going, but I don't know. She's definitely not going to win. Conan does a very impressive stunt. Yeah. I imagine like what, Andy Richter is probably going to get like punched in the balls by Robert De Niro. That's probably going to happen. Damn it, I picked Porcelain War for Best Doc. Ha ha ha. You think she might get booed? I don't know. She might. Would be sad though. Yeah. Oh wait, you think she might win? I don't think she's gonna win. No. I really hope we get Triumph the Insult Comic Dog on the red carpet. Oh yeah. Probably like after they do the Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, like Wicked musical part. They're probably gonna need like some time to get the stage cleared, so that'll be like insult. That'll probably be the comic Insult Comic Dog walking around the audience doing like insult humor with people. Should I randomly make my picks again? No, Brent. Pick who you think is going to win. Try to win. Don't be a dummy. All right, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in, for watching, for joining. I hope you had a fun time, and I hope we do this again next year. And hopefully there are just as many incredible films to watch and to talk about in that time period. And also keep an eye on the channel. This is kind of a hobby of mine now. Pretty sure I'm going to be having a full-time job. So, you know, just check things out. I'm gonna do stuff here and there. Not very often, but occasionally. So keep an eye out. And yeah, that's that. Also, thank you for showing up. Hallmark, hit or miss. The live stream will be live, or not live. The live stream will be available, so you can just watch the whole thing and pretend that it's live. Yeah, it's cool like that. People do that. Thank you for giving us yet another great award ceremony. Sasquatch Sunset got snubbed, though. Sure it did. Sure it did. The movie with Sasquatch fucking got snubbed. Yeah. 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 No. All right, everyone. As I said, I'm about to go watch some teenagers get into giant robots and beat the shit out of each other, so I hope you have a good goddamn weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow night for the Oscar livestream reaction, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'm going to talk about fashion, because I am very fashionable. Good evening.
Get off my plane.
He's looking at you, kid.
I have been, and always shall be, your friend.
The Force will be with you, always.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Hasta la vista, baby.